You all know by now how much I hate to say I told you so. But when I have to, I have to. Because a story that I broke over a year ago is now shaping up into an international lawsuit that could fundamentally change what free speech means and how it is practiced all over the world. I mentioned last January 2023, in a long Twitter thread, that liberal globalists were attempting to shape the future of media through a political technology called safety by design, which was being pushed by the World Economic Forum and the Australian government. The Australian e-safety commissioner, Julie Inman-Grant, who was a Twitter employee in the pre-Elon days, the pre-X days, was named to lead a World Economic Forum coalition to export Australia's social media censorship regime all over the world. For those who do not remember this particular liberal bureaucrat, she went viral for demanding a, quote, recalibration of free speech.
We are finding ourselves in a place where we have increasing polarization everywhere, and everything feels binary when it doesn't need to be. So I think we're going to have to think about a recalibration of a whole range of human rights that are playing out online, from freedom of speech to the freedom to, to be free from online violence, or the right of data protection to the right to child dignity.
Just need a little recalibration, especially in this election year. We got to recalibrate your free speech, huh? Anyway, my prediction first started to come true about 3 months later when Redux, which is an international publication, published an article about an American Fast forward to this month. The prolific tweeter Ian Miles Chong posted on X about the multiple mass stabbings in Australia. You remember, we covered it on the show, at a mall and then at a church. Obviously, this is newsworthy. There was this horrific attack against Christians, including a bishop of an Eastern Christian sect. A day later, the e-safety commissioner demanded that all videos and photos of the mall stabbing be deleted from Ian's account. Then X was hit broadly on the church stabbing. We can't have any reporting about this kind of violence, especially violence against Christians, going viral on social media. No. That doesn't fit the liberal narrative. It's got to go. Right now, go to puretalk.com/Knowles. Thanks to Bidenflation, $20 barely gets you anything these days. But do you know what $20 will get you? From my cell phone company, Pure Talk, you will get unlimited talk, text, and plenty of 5G data for just $20 a month. Pure Talk gives you the same quality of service as your current cell phone provider, but for half the cost. I want to make sure you heard that right. Pure Talk is offering top-tier coverage on America's most dependable 5G network for half the cost of other carriers. The average family saves almost $1,000 a year, all with no contracts and no activation fees. You can switch to Pure Talk with your phone and phone number you currently use, or you can take advantage of their great deals on the latest iPhones and Androids. Making the switch is incredibly easy. Their US-based customer service team can help you join Pure Talk in as little as 10 minutes. Choose to spend your hard-earned money with a wireless company that shares your values, supports our military and veterans, creates American jobs, and refuses to advertise on fake news networks. Do not spend another day spending ridiculous amounts on your phone plan. Go to puretalk.com/Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S. Right now, our listeners can get an additional 50% off their first month. That is puretalk.com/Knowles. The Australian globalists were not even satisfied that the post be censored in Australia. The Global Government Affairs account for X reported a few days later that Australia had demanded that X censor the posts globally, or else face a daily fine of roughly $500,000 US. Now, happily, that demand was too much for Elon Musk, whose spokesman, who argued that Australian globalists had no right to censor content globally, came out swinging. Musk put it himself, quote, "Our concern is that if any country is allowed to censor content for all countries, which is what the Australian e-safety commissar is demanding, then what is to stop any country from controlling the entire internet?" Huh? So where do things stand now? Well, one Australian senator is calling for Elon Musk to be imprisoned.
Elon Musk has no social conscience or conscience whatsoever. I don't know, whatever Elon Musk is on, it says that that's okay to continue to air that is absolutely disgusting behaviour. And quite frankly, the bloke should be jailed. And the sooner that we can bring rules in or do something about this sort of game playing with our social media, the better off we're going to be. But quite frankly, the power that man has, because of that platform that he's on, it's got to stop. It has absolutely got to stop.
That power that man has, I want that power. Why does he have that power? I want to have that power. Additionally, the Australian Prime Minister is vowing to make social media companies censor more content. And the Australian people are downloading X like never before. Actually, the way it's turned out is the Australians are making this the top downloaded news app in the country, much to the chagrin of their government, I'm sure. The issue will have to be resolved in some court or another. Why this fight seems to be centered around X is clear enough. It does not seem like YouTube, for instance, is being asked to delete this kind of content. It doesn't seem like the more liberal social media platforms are being targeted in this way. Elon, in particular, is being singled out here. One suspects it might be because he's the only big tech billionaire standing up against the left's agenda. And so, the fate of global speech stands to be decided in a fight between an American lady who moved to Australia to censor the internet and a South African man who moved to America who is telling her that she can't. Only going to heat up from here, I am sure. That was a very good clip. And if you want more of them, you can ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.